Hello everyone, this is Max Forte with a beard. Let me know if you guys like this new look. If not, I'm gonna shave it. Well, I'm gonna shave it anyway, but I wanted to try this new look. It's really cold out in the morning, so I figured, I'm gonna let it grow a little bit out. But anyway, today we're here to talk about the top most sold man fragrances in 2014, 2015. I gave you guys 2013, 2014 about a year and a half ago. I'm going to give you guys 14 and 15, and next year, by the end of next year, I'll give you guys 2015, 2016. So without any further ado, let's go right into it. At number 10, it's a Jacques Oquelier perfumer release from 2010, this woody aromatic Gucci Guilty. Not much to say here. A lot of people think it's a little bit generic. Nevertheless, was the 10th most sold fragrance for men in 2015 and 2014. Let's go into the number 9 right now. The 9th spot goes to the 2008 winner of the Fifi Award for the Looks Man Fragrance of the Year. And of course, I'm talking about Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. This is a citrus aromatic with a little bit of an aquatic hint and tinge to it. Quite nice, really pleasant. I love to wear this in the spring and summer, but nevertheless was a 9th spot most sold fragrance 2014-2015. Let's get into the number 8 now. Number 8 spot is this woody, spicy fragrance that supposedly it's a coffee-based fragrance. I don't get much coffee here. Even though it's not listed in the notes, I do get a lot of tonka bean. Of course, I'm talking about Polo Red. Compared by many to Eros by Versace, I do enjoy Polo Red a little bit better, where I think this is a little more mature and less sweet than the counterpart. The 7th most sold fragrance in 2014-2015 was a fragrance that was endorsed by none other than Matthew McConaughey. All right. And of course, I'm talking about Dolce & Gabbana The One EDT. This one happens to be a crowd favorite. Of course, there's longevity issues. We understand that. The projection is so mediocre. But nevertheless, we cannot deny the awesomeness of this tobacco, ambery, sweet fragrance that we all come to love at number 7. The 6th position goes to another award-winning, Fifi award-winning of Looks Men's Fragrance of 2016. This one here is a little bit of a powdery bomb, but nevertheless, it's a beautiful fragrance, and of course, I'm talking about Armani Code. This is a woody spicy that will definitely get you notices and will definitely get you compliments. There's the, performance issues, but nevertheless, it's a very good, solid fragrance by the House of Armani at number 6. Now we're getting to the 5 last spots. Now, these are the heavy hitters. These are the most sold fragrances in America in the last couple of years. Of course, this one here is a collaboration by 3 amazing perfumers, Anne Filippo, Pierre Warny, and Dominique Ropian. Of course, I'm talking about Yves Saint Laurent's L'Homme. Enough said. The 4th most sold fragrance, the spot here goes to yet another collaboration, this time around 3 other perfumers. Christophe Renaud, Olivier Peychaud, and Michel Girard. So this fragrance here is considered juvenile, too youthful, and way too sweet. Of course, by now you know I'm talking about the infamous 1 Million by Paco Rabanne, which I think is a phenomenal fragrance. It gets kind of flack with the FragCom, but I gotta tell you, it is a compliment monster and it performs amazingly. So, needless to say, it's a winner in my book. The 3rd spot here goes to a fragrance that has stood the test of time, being at the top of the most sold fragrances in America for the past 20 plus years. This one here is an Oriental Fougere composition created by the amazing nose of one Mr. Mason Francis Courtejean, aka MFK, which later on have, the pleasure to coming up with his own line of fragrance, but that's conversation for another video. But of course, I'm talking about Jean-Paul Gaultier's L'Amour. This is a beautiful fragrance. Of course, you smelled this before. You know how great this fragrance is, and not for nothing, but this is why it stood the test of time, and it is the 3rd most sold fragrance in America. The 2nd fragrance most sold in America over the past couple of years is one that happens to be considered by many a quote-unquote generic scent. But nevertheless, it's a quality fragrance that has gotten a lot of compliments to a lot of people, and it happens to be a household staple in many collections. Of course, I'm talking about Bleu de Chanel by the House of Chanel. This is a composition by master perfumer Jacques Poge, which happens to be the in-house perfumer for Chanel. And this is a fragrance that warrants a lot of compliments. So if you do want to smell great and get compliments, this is one that definitely does the job, and hence the fact it's number 2 in the most sold fragrances. Now, let me get a drum roll. The number 1 most sold fragrance in America over the past 2 years is a fragrance that is hated by many but loved by millions. And of course, hence the fact that it's the number 1 most sold fragrance. And it also stood the test of time for being at the top for more than 20 plus years. This fragrance was released in 1996 by the amazing perfumer Alberto Morillas, which happens to be one of my favorite perfumers of all time. And of course, by now you know I'm talking about the amazing Acqua di Gio by Giorgio Armani. This one here started the aquatic frenzy, as we all know. Of course, it's in the name, Acqua di Gio Aqua. So if you want something that's aquatic, fresh, citrus, aromatic, and inviting, this is definitely going to do the job for you. So that's all I have for you today. These are the top 10 most sold fragrances for man in the past 2+ years, 2014 and 2015. I'll be back again next year with 2015, 2016. Thank you so much for watching. Drop your comment down below. Let me know if you think any of these fragrances were a surprise to you. If you go back and look at my list from last year, some of the fragrances that were in the 10 to 6th position have actually dropped out of the top ranks. So this was your host, Max Forti. Till next time, keep on spraying and stay fragrant. Ciao.